Hey, what's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to Get Hit with the Truth. So today we are continuing the True Boxing Annual Top 10s as we are going to look at my number 4 cruiserweight in the world right now, the former WBO champion, Chris Billiam-Smith. Now, before we get into that, if you could smash the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel, I really do appreciate any and all support that I can get as I continue to build my channel here. So, Chris Billiam-Smith entered the year on a roll. He had upset Lawrence Okolie in 23 to capture the title. And then kind of had a lackluster performance against Mateusz Masternak and won on a TKO injury. But, you know, nobody really focused on that. You know, it was what it was. Injuries happen. And he entered 24 with the promise to, you know, he wanted to do big things. And he would get 2 big fights. In June, he would make a mandatory defense of his title, but was trying to avenge his lone pro defeat at the time when he took on Richard Riakporhe, the undefeated top contender, in an all-UK battle. He was able to outwork and outmaneuver Riakporhe impressively and outbox him and scored a convincing 12-round unanimous decision to extract his revenge and retain his belt at the same time. Well, after that, it was about unifying titles. And Jai Opetaia and Gilberto Ramirez were trying to get the shot. Finally, in November, he would take on Gilberto Ramirez. That's who he picked to unify belts again. It was on a big Riyadh season card, main evented Latino night in Saudi Arabia, and they would go at it. But Gilberto Ramirez proved that his style was just he's too good of a boxer and was able to outmaneuver and outbox and outclass and busted up Chris Billiam-Smith. But Billiam-Smith fought hard. He landed shots, but he just couldn't keep up with Gilberto Ramirez's output. And Ramirez took a convincing unanimous decision, handing Chris Billiam-Smith his second pro defeat and taking the WBO title from him. So now Billiam-Smith drops 1 spot from number 3, 34 years old. He's entering 2025 coming off of a loss, but he's still ranked pretty high in a couple of the governing bodies. He's number 4 in both the WBC and the WBO. I don't believe he gets a title shot in 2025. I think there's too many other fighters that are in line for title shots. And then you have Opetaia and Gilberto Ramirez. Not only are there mandatories in the way for them, but they are also on a collision course to unify those belts. So considering he lost convincingly to Gilberto Ramirez, I don't think there's a call for him to get a shot at either one of those guys. And the WBC title looks locked up as well. But I could see Billiam-Smith coming back and getting into a final eliminator of sorts. You know, he can fight a list of guys. And I also don't think a third fight with Richard Riakporhe would be a bad idea. It's an all-UK battle. They're big guys. I'm sure Riakporhe would be down trying to shake off his loss, and it might be good for him. So we'll see what happens. But Billiam-Smith just needs to, you know, turn it in the right direction and try to get back into the mix, you know, following a tough loss in 2024. So that's it. That's what I got. That is my number 4 cruiserweight in the world right now at 200 pounds as the True Boxing Annual Top 10s continue. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.